The heart attack took him in the vegetable aisle of the supermarket, right between the zucchini and the bell peppers. One moment, he was squeezing a cantaloupe, teasing me about my fancy taste. The next, he was on the linoleum floor, eyes wide open to a ceiling he would never see again. I didn't scream. I froze. The cantaloupe rolled under a display of organic kale. A teenage stock boy dropped a crate of tomatoes. Red splattered everywhere, like a crime scene. Someone called 911. Someone else guided me to a plastic chair by the bakery. I sat there clutching Harold's grocery list: milk, eggs, cantaloupe, until the paramedics wheeled him past me, sheet over his face. The funeral was small. Our daughter, Meredith, flew in from Denver with her husband, Greg, and their 2 boys. Meredith cried the appropriate amount, hugged me the appropriate length, and then 3 days later, while I was still folding Harold's shirts into donation bags, asked if we could, quote, talk about the house. The house. Harold and I had bought it in 1978 with a VA loan and a prayer. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, a cracked concrete driveway, and a maple tree in the front yard that dropped helicopter seeds every June. We painted the kitchen yellow the year Meredith learned to ride a bike. We replaced the roof the year she graduated high school. Harold refinished the hardwood floors the year she married Greg. Every nail, every coat of paint, every memory was hammered into those walls. Meredith's voice was gentle, almost musical. Mom, you're rattling around in 4,000 square feet. The taxes, the upkeep, it's too much. Greg and I found the perfect lot outside Boulder. Mountain views, open floor plan, a mother-in-law suite already roughed in. Sell this place, give us the equity, and you'll never have to worry about another repair bill. You'll be with family.
I should have heard the calculation behind the kindness. I didn't. I heard family. I heard never alone. I heard Harold's voice in my head saying, "Take care of our girl, Ruth." So I signed the papers. The realtor listed it for $312,000. Low, but Meredith said the market was soft and we needed a quick close. I moved into a furnished apartment above a muffler shop, the kind of place where the walls vibrate every time a truck shifts gears. My furniture went to auction. Harold's tool bench, his grandfather's really, sold for $42 to a man who planned to turn it into a planter. 3 weeks later, Meredith sent photos. The framed lot, the architect's renderings, the boys holding shovels twice their size. "Groundbreaking next month, Mom. Can't wait for you to see your suite." I flew to Denver with 1 suitcase and Harold's ashes in a cedar box. The suite was not a suite. It was the basement. Cinder block walls, a single egress window, a bathroom the size of a closet. The kitchenette was a hot plate and a dorm fridge. Meredith greeted me with air kisses and a printed list of house rules taped to the door. 1. Quiet hours, 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. 2. No cooking with strong odors, curry, fish, garlic. 3. Groceries must be labeled and stored on the bottom shelf only. 4. Guests limited to 2 hours, pre-approved. 5. Monthly contribution $800 for utilities and wear and tear. I laughed, actually laughed, because I thought it was a joke. Greg clarified, "It's only fair, Ruth, not paying rent." That night, I lay on a twin bed that smelled of mothballs and listened to my grandsons thunder overhead like a herd of bison. I opened Harold's box, ran my thumb over the brass plate. Harold James Whitaker, 1942 to 2023. "I think I made a mistake," I whispered. The ashes, of course, said nothing. But something else did. A soft ping from my phone. An email. Subject, urgent. Joint account activity. From First National Bank. Body. A withdrawal of $60,000 has been processed from account ending in 7741. Reference, consulting, G. Whitaker. I sat up so fast the mattress springs screamed. I opened the banking app I hadn't touched since Harold handled the finances. The balance read $187,342.06, minus the $60,000 withdrawal, minus another $12,000 labeled Architect Fees M. Whitaker, minus $8,000 for landscaping deposit. My hands shook. I scrolled back. Harold had rolled his 401k into this account years ago, set up automatic pension transfers, never told me, never told anyone. I was looking at a secret fortune, and my daughter was draining it like a leaky faucet. I didn't sleep. I made a plan. Phase 1. Silence. I said nothing. I smiled at breakfast. I labeled my yogurt. I paid the $800 in cash. Crisp 20s from the ATM. Meredith's eyes glittered when I handed it over. "You're adjusting so well, Mom." Phase 2. Surveillance. I bought a cheap burner phone. I created a fake Facebook profile. Linda Thompson, 64, retired nurse, loves gardening. I friended Greg's sister, his coworker, the architect. Within a week, I had photos of the Boulder lot. Empty. No framing, no foundation. Just dirt and a sign. For sale, $185,000. They'd never broken ground. They'd never intended to. Phase 3. The house. I called the realtor who'd sold my home. "Any chance the buyers are unhappy?" She whispered, "Funny you ask. They're divorcing. House goes to foreclosure next month unless someone swoops in. But Ruth, the bank's desperate. They'll take $20,000 under asking, cash, 30-day close." I swooped. I hired Carla, red lipstick, shark smile, former prosecutor. "Quiet title, eviction notice, the works," she said. "You'll own it free and clear before they finish their lie." I moved back into the muffler shop apartment and waited. Every night I drove past my old house. The maple tree was gone. Greg had it cut down for aesthetic reasons. The yellow kitchen was now gray, but the bones were the same. I could feel Harold in the slope of the hallway and the creak of the third stair. The foreclosure sale happened on a Tuesday. I signed the papers in a folding chair under fluorescent lights, wearing the same navy dress I'd worn to Harold's funeral. The closing agent slid the keys across the table. "Congratulations, Mrs. Whitaker. Welcome home." I didn't go inside. Not yet. I changed the locks. I had the utilities transferred to my name. I hired a cleaning crew, a painter, a landscaper. I planted a new maple sapling in the front yard and hung a porch swing where the old one used to be. Then I sent the letter. Certified mail. Return receipt requested. To Meredith and Gregory Whitaker, you are hereby notified to vacate the premises at 1427 Oak Ridge Lane within 30 days. Failure to comply will result in formal eviction proceedings. The property has been sold at foreclosure. Your personal belongings will be placed in storage at your expense. Regards, Ruth Whitaker, sole owner. Meredith called 17 times in the first hour. I let it ring. On the 18th call, I answered. "Mom," her voice cracked, "this is a mistake. The house is ours. We have the deed." "No," I said calmly. "You have a forged quitclaim. I have the original title. And a very good lawyer." Silence. Then Greg in the background. "She's bluffing. We'll fight this." "Go ahead," I said calmly. "Discovery will be fun, especially the $60,000 in consulting fees you paid yourselves from my equity, and the $80,000 you spent on, what was it, a vacation property in Vail that doesn't exist?" Meredith started crying. The boys were screaming. I hung up. They showed up the next morning, minivan packed, suitcases in the driveway. I met them on the porch, coffee in hand, wearing Harold's old flannel. "Mom, this is insane. We have nowhere to go." I said, "You have the basement in Boulder. I believe the hot plate still works." Greg tried bluster. "We'll sue. Emotional distress, elder abuse." Carla had prepared me. "Go ahead. I'm especially curious about the $12,000 you charged to my credit card for home staging and the $8,000 for a family cruise you never took." The boy started crying. That almost undid me. I knelt to their level. "Grandma's house is going to help other grandmas now. You'll visit on weekends. We'll make cookies in the yellow kitchen again." Meredith's face crumpled. "You're punishing us." "No, darling. I'm protecting me." They left with what they could carry. The moving truck came 2 days later. I watched from the porch as they loaded my yellow chairs. My chairs into a U-Haul. Meredith looked back once. Our eyes met. She looked away first. I turned the house into Maple House, a transitional shelter for women fleeing abuse. 6 bedrooms, communal kitchen, therapy dogs, a garden where residents could plant whatever healed them. The yellow chairs came back, refinished, reupholstered, waiting at a long farmhouse table where women told stories louder than any silence I'd ever known. Meredith showed up 6 months later, alone. Coat too thin for November, eyes red. "I started volunteering at a shelter in Denver," she said. "I see what you built. I see me." I let her in. We sat at the table with 3 residents who didn't know our history. Meredith poured coffee with shaking hands. "I was awful," she whispered. "Yes. I thought if I controlled everything, I wouldn't lose you like we lost Dad. You almost did." We didn't hug. Not yet. But she stayed for dinner. She washed dishes without being asked. She read the boys a bedtime story in the room that used to be theirs, now painted lavender for a woman named Sophia, who was learning to trust again. The next week, Meredith enrolled in a social work program. She paid her own tuition, took the night shift at a crisis hotline. Some Fridays, she drives the hour to Maple House with groceries and stays to weed the garden. Last month, she asked if she could plant a rose bush under the new maple for Grandma Ruth, the one who taught me that love isn't a debt, it's a choice you keep making, even when it's hard. I handed her the shovel. The house is louder now. Children's laughter, support group circles, the clatter of women rebuilding, brick by brick. Harold's ashes sit on the mantle in the cedar box, catching the light every evening when the sun hits the maple leaves just right. Sometimes I talk to him while I deadhead the roses. "We did it, old man. We raised her to fly. Took a detour, but she's circling back." The wind answers through the branches, and for the first time in years, I don't feel alone. But here's the part I never told anyone, not even Carla. 3 days after the eviction, a manila envelope arrived at Maple House. No return address. Inside, a single Polaroid. The Boulder lot still empty. On the back, in Meredith's handwriting, I lied about everything. The suite, the house, the money. I needed to know if you'd fight for yourself. You did. I'm proud. And I'm sorry. M. I keep it in Harold's cedar box now, next to his ashes. Some secrets are heavier than forgiveness. Some lessons are worth the fall. And every June when the maple drops its helicopter seeds, I watch the women in the garden catch them like wishes. They don't know the whole story. They don't need to. They just know this. A house can be stolen. A home has to be earned. And sometimes the only way to teach that is to take the house back.